So this is normally a live stream, and I'm sorry that it's not today. The gym is next to a granite company where they cut granite, and typically they don't work on Sundays, but today was like around 4 o'clock. I was working out and I realized, oh crap, they're cutting granite today. Um, and it's just not a good. I tried to do one live when they were cutting granite before, and it was just the sound was so bad, and for you all, so I just kind of scrapped the idea and said I would just make a long form video. Down 4 pounds today. I probably should have led with that. I'm down 4 pounds today. Total of 186 pounds lost so far on this journey. I looked back actually, and it was October 3rd, 2024 was the day I went to the cardiologist and weighed in at 725 pounds. So 186 pounds in 52 weeks, right? Which is kind of cool. Actually, that's really cool. I should probably let that stand on its own. But the goal obviously is more weight loss. My goal personally is to get to 200 pounds lost by the end of the month, if possible. I'm gonna work really hard for that. So 14 pounds to go, which is kind of fun on that front. I saw some questions that you all had, and I know the typical ones, right? First of all, how was the week? The week went well. I was at the gym every day this week, but I wasn't there at noon, right? So I was only there at noon twice. That's not okay with me. I have to, and why that's not okay with me personally is because like it doesn't really matter when I get to the gym, but it's about that I said I was going to do something. I want to follow through with my word, right? At 700, in order to get to 700 pounds, you break promises to other people and then to yourself. And along this journey, obviously losing weight is the most important thing, but also becoming a better human and becoming a better human for others, but also for myself. And that means that keeping promises to myself, keep my word to myself, which is if I say I'm going to be there at noon, make sure I'm there at noon, right? Whatever I need to schedule around, do that to get there at noon. So yeah, that's something I got to work on, get better at that for sure. Working out wise, I trained 5 times this week, which was on par with what we're trying to accomplish. I did cardio every day this week. That was new. That was unexpected. I kind of did cardio because one of the people in the gym pushed me to do cardio on Monday, and then I was like, oh, I'll follow up on Tuesday, and kind of domino effect. Ended up doing cardio every day for at least 15 minutes. Most days it was like closer to 20 minutes. That was good. This coming week, as far as cardio goes, it's back to a solid running schedule, right? I think I ran twice last week, or walked, run, whatever. Like I trained for the 2 mile twice last week. This week I'm 4 times training for that, and then hopefully we're prepared for that 2 mile race. I heard it's hilly, so I'm a little worried, but we shall see. Food wise, I was good food wise. I kept within my calorie range every single day. I haven't had the frozen meal yet. I'm probably gonna do that. Honestly, I'll probably do that when I get back from the Halloween run. Just by like how looking at schedule wise, because I want to do that. I need to do a couple other things too. So I'll probably keep like you videos super simple. I still have the 3 course meal video that needs to come out. I am ashamed of it because I messed up a meal. I messed up one of the recipes in the video, and so like it's a sense of pride thing. It was like I gotta expose myself for messing up a recipe, and like cooking for me is such a passion. That like exposing myself that, like, but I think also like we all make mistakes, especially if you're creating new recipes, trying new stuff. You're gonna make mistakes. It's part of cooking. It's part of the cooking experience. So I need to just like set a day to edit it. Right, it takes like 6 hours to edit it all and get it posted. But I've been like I've edited a bunch of other videos since then, right? I see it, and every time I look at it in my editing deck, I'm like, maybe next time, right? Maybe next time. But I need to get that done, so I'm gonna work on that. I promise you all. I can't give you a date when it's gonna be posted, but I'm gonna work on it. I promise. So food wise went well, right? I ate chicken, lean steak, petite sirloin steak from Aldi, absolutely. Egg whites, eggs, all the normal things, plus the 1 day of shakshuka, which I had with my friend. Typically, how I do it is I eat the same thing almost every day, except for days when I film a cooking video. I try to film one cooking video a week maximum. Like I don't really film multiple times a week for cooking videos because it messes up my entire day. It throws off my plan a little bit because the meals are 600 calories, but they're not what I'm used to. It's just a little bit off. Um, so I just try to film once a week for cooking content, and then the rest of the week I just have my normal meals. And usually just one meal, right? The 3 course meal was like a special thing. It was a dinner party, but everything else is normally just one meal. So yeah, food went well. That's a long story saying that. How's my mental health was a question. Mental health is doing well, right? Honestly, I guess I wish could say that I'm more even keeled, but when the scale is going well, I feel better, right? I wish it didn't affect me so much, but it still has that power over me, which I don't love that it has that power on me. I give it that hold, but I'm trying to fix it. I'm trying to work on it. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to work on it. So mental health wise, I'm doing well. Therapy is going well. I have a lot of like thoughts about. I've been having a lot of thoughts about future me. Um, Questions I'm like asking myself like how people treat me, right? Question else I'm asking was like, what will like basic questions like what will like walking around at 250 pounds, 300 pounds be like, right? How will my loose skin look? I'm seeing a lot of loose skin content right now on social media, so I'm looking at like, I wonder how my loose skin will look. I wonder how I will like. I'm having a lot of like these just future me thoughts, which I haven't ever had before, which is kind of cool. Um, Also having these urges to go for runs, which I'm like, first of all, so you can't run yet. Like you're barely trotting, right? Just like sit your ass down. But like I have these urge. Oh, I want to go for a run. Like whoa, that's not pause, buddy. Pause. Sit your big ass down. Walk, trot. Eventually, we'll get to the running aspect. But right, it's a layered game. Where I'm struggling at mentally is I talked about this being consistent, but seeing like not seeing progress every day. And I think that's probably why running is so difficult for me right now. Still, like walking, running, and being fully committed to that effort. Like in swimming, I saw progress instantly. Right, I saw progress the next day. The next swim I had was immediately better than the swim before. And with walking and running, I don't see that immediacy, that immediate progress, or so it doesn't. It's not as clear, right? That being said, my uncle and I had a conversation. I talked about this before. We talked about this. He's like, Sal, you couldn't walk to your bathroom from your bedroom. Like you're doing 5K. So what the fuck are you talking about? Which was fair. Like that was a fair statement. And like I couldn't when I first started walking even like I was doing 30-minute miles. Now I'm doing 24-minute miles. Like these are things that I'm seeing gradually increases like gradual movement. It's just I don't feel it, I guess is the thing. I just don't feel it. Which I need to probably maybe look for a little bit better. I could probably do more journaling on this topic specifically in order to really dial in and um, own that portion of it for sure. So I don't know. I Mental health is good overall. Mental health is good. I'm kind of being nitpicky there. Angela, you asked a question about um, after you have a big week and you like the next week is tougher. You feel a lot of pressure, what have you, and I can resonate with you for sure. I can resonate with you for sure. This is the first time in the journey where I've had a big week, and the following week I was consistent in that 4 to 5 pound weight loss. Right. Every other big week I've had an 11-pound week. I've had a 9-pound week. I've had a 15, 14, something like that. 13. I've had 3 or 4 like really big number weeks, and without fail, every single time that next week I was either up on the scale or lost 1 or 2 pounds. And why was that? I put a lot of pressure on myself to repeat the same process, repeat the exact same thing that happened the week before, and that led to me breaking down. That led to binging. That led to uh, just going off plan, right? And mistakes being made. This week, I also like, yeah, this week was much different for me. I had the 10-pound week. I was excited about it, right? You all saw the video. I was really happy with the 10 pounds. I was like, yeah, this is sweet. Um, but I didn't. I was like, okay, back to the grindstone. Like, and I think it was that I had a next goal. Like, again, chunking goals. Sometimes, obviously, the 5 pounds a week is a chunk of goals, but for me, I kind of chunked that. I had 18 pounds to go until 200 pounds, so I was able to latch into that this week and really chisel away at like not getting off track too much because I wanted to really bang off another. I was hoping for an 8 pound week, honestly, because I had let me see, I had 18 pounds to go. I was hoping for a 9 pound week. I wanted to go nine pounds, 9 pounds was my intention, right? Obviously, I didn't do that, but I'm really happy with it 4 pounds this week, and so I really grabbed the hold of that thing. So I think when you have a big week, and if you know that previously you've had big weeks and chunking your weekly goal isn't going to work for you, find something that means a little bit more to you and grab hold of that, right? 5 pounds a week means a hell of a lot to me. 200 pounds loss means even more to me. And so I grabbed onto that for this week and really let that be my North Star for the entire week. So that's how I did it. But I struggle with every single time I had a big week. I've had a big week until this week. I have been up or lost 1 or 2 pounds on the scale without fail. So that's what I would say. Um, Crap, I had one more question in my head that someone asked. Mental health. Boom. Gosh, I'm so sorry, I forget it. But I will say, back to typically you all ask about. Let's see. We ask about how I'm doing. We ask about food. We ask about. Oh, I know what I have to talk about. Labs. I need to get my lab work done. I need to pull an A1C. Um, I need to pull an A1C probably this week. Let's see. I need to go get an A1C. I need to also pull testosterone. I need to pull um, a couple other panels as well. So that is the goal to accomplish. They're fasted test, which is just an overnight fast basically. It's a 12-hour fast, I think, for the test. So I'll probably go get labs Wednesday or Thursday this week, and we'll have them back. We'll go over more lab results in a couple weeks. Quest takes a minute to get those labs back, but I think they should be good. My blood sugar was again 109, I think, for the last labs I just got done a few weeks ago. Which, if it's 109, I think it's around like a 6.2, 6.1, hopefully. Last time I got it measured, it was 6.4. So we want to see the A1C down a little bit. Right? I want to get below 6 is the goal, but then hopefully within that 5.5 to 5.7 range would be ideal. But obviously we have to work to get there. So yeah, we'll see. I'll get labs done this week. Hold me to that. If I don't get labs done this week, I owe you all a mile on live walking. So that's the promise I have to you. What else is there to talk about? I think we talked about labs, talked about this. Oh, I might be going up to Detroit Free Press in a few weeks for that marathon. My friends are running it. Johnny's doing it, but then also a few of my friends from the hometown are going up there to run it. So I might hop a trip with them to go support them on that race. I'm not sure yet, but I'll keep you posted about that. But yeah, besides that, I think this week went really well. I'm looking forward to continuing along the path. Again, having that North Star of 200 pounds loss is helping keep me focused on the goal at hand. So I'm gonna try to hit another 5 pounds next week, and hopefully bang it off by the end of the month. That's all I can do. Losing 200 pounds in 55 weeks would be sweet. Would be absolutely sweet. But and to know that August 3rd was the day I went to the cardiologist, got checked up on, and now it's been a year, 186 pounds in a year, nothing to slouch about. But I want that nice round number. So I've talked long enough. If you're still here, if you wouldn't mind liking, subscribing. Also, there's a membership option. It helps the channel immensely, helps me out personally. So I appreciate y'all. We'll talk soon. Cheers.